Well, hello, and welcome to glennzb TV for Wednesday, the show that puts glennzb up your Periscope. I bring New Zealand to the world, to New Zealand. I don't know if you guys have actually done a Periscope broadcast yourselves, but you see yourself while you're doing it if you use the selfie camera. And when I do that, it actually scares me. Terrifying. Anyway, speaking of people who are terrifying to watch. So, Donald Trump, a bloke, goes up to Donald, gives him his purple heart. Hello, Mexico. Welcome all of you. So he gives Trump his purple heart. And Trump's first reaction is this real or just a copy? So that was interesting. I mean, it turned out, yes, it was just a copy, but still, I thought that was a weird thing to say. I thought that it was weird that he then went on to say that it was cool that he's got one. Hey, thanks for the comment on the glasses. I appreciate it. I thought that it was weird that he went on to say that it was good that he didn't have to go to war to get one. That was a weird thing to say. Yeah, I can't believe that anybody speaks about Trump anywhere, but we are. But perhaps the weirdest thing was he said, "I've always wanted a purple heart." So even when you're in the military, I don't know that it's your ambition in life to win a purple heart, because you get a purple heart for being wounded in the line of action. And I don't think you really want that to happen, do you? I mean, sure, it's cool that that's recognised, your service is recognised, you've gone above and beyond. So it's cool to get one after the fact, but I don't think it's something that you aspire to. What he's basically saying there is that he hopes one day to be wounded. Don't worry, I'm not taking him seriously. Mario, I'm not taking him seriously. I don't take him seriously. It's a serious situation that he's about to be in charge of everybody, but I don't take him seriously. So just relax, Mario, and don't worry. This is not a serious broadcast, in case you thought, because I work at News Talk ZB, which is New Zealand's premier news radio network. If you thought that this was a serious podcast, go back and watch some of the other episodes. Because, for example, we talk about these important issues. Where did the I in Rio de Janeiro come from? I've only just discovered that I've been spelling it wrong. See, people are wanting to have a serious conversation with me about Trump. They want to know how the Trump presidency affects our country. Well, here's a way. The Trans-Pacific Partnership, for example. We like free trade here in New Zealand because we think that everybody should be allowed to trade with everybody, and then you get access to all the cool stuff, and you can sell your cool stuff to those people. I know it sounds logical, but Trump, of course, is not a fan because he doesn't think that anybody should buy things that aren't American, even if they're shit. So, Anyway, moving on. The Eye in Rio de Janeiro. Is that where it's supposed to be? I mean, I'm not talking about that one. Obviously, there's one there. But is it there? Or is it there? This is very confusing to me. I've only just realised this today, because I'm pretty sure I've been spelling it like that. And now you're going to tell me that shouldn't be in capitals as well. Let's just all agree to just keep calling it that, and we'll take all the grey areas out of it. Alright? Now, I know that the I in iPhone, for example, is supposed to be small. Mario from Mexico, he's just helped me out. He has told me I was right first time, and now I've lost my piece of paper. It's that. Thank you, Mario. Right. Now, iPhones, the reason iPhones are stupid is because an Australian cyclist fell off his bike, landed on his iPhone, and it exploded, blowing off half his ass. So he is literally a half-assed Australian now, that guy, or half-assed, if you're watching from places in the world where you say ass instead of ass. Anyway, can you check it out? So the iPhone explodes. It basically becomes an IED at that point, doesn't it? It becomes he's created his own little terrorist bomb in his pants, and he's taken off several layers of skin. He requires a skin graft. It's hard for me to feel sorry for him. It's just an Australian cyclist. So there's two reasons why it's hard, because he's Australian and he's a cyclist. He's wearing lycra. He was probably on his way to stink out a cafe where normal people were just trying to enjoy a cup of coffee, and then a smelly cyclist comes in. And also, he went with an iPhone in the first place instead of a proper Samsung device. So, yeah, I mean, yes, your phone shouldn't explode in your pants, but at the same time, don't ride bikes, don't wear lycra, don't be an Australian, and don't buy an iPhone. Finally, while we're in Australia, I just do not understand why a 63-year-old Tasmanian woman would have IVF and have a child. It's age 63. Her husband's 78. And saying that, I've never understood why anybody would have a child. I'm not a fan of childs, generally. I mean, Julia Childs, I don't mind. But, I mean, I've got two, so I know what I'm talking about. They are unpleasant. And I think you should choose not to have them, not choose to have them. By the time I get to 63, I want no children anywhere near me. And I've told that to my children. I want to make it quite clear. Don't you come round trying to get me to babysit any of your children. But like I say, she is Australian, and to make matters worse, she's Tasmanian. She's probably bought an iPhone as well. Anyway, I am glennzb. Thank you for having me up your Periscope. I'm confused by a lot of the world. I'm sorry it got so serious about Trump. But we might talk further about how Trump affects New Zealand perhaps tomorrow. I didn't realise that you were so concerned about how it affects us. We're not immune. We're not immune. So I might look into this deeply tomorrow. Thank you for having me up your Periscope. I'll look deeply down at you tomorrow, Mario. I'll see you then.